What does a healthy bid culture look like? For me, it looks like a situation where leadership's involved, where management's involved, where the bid team are prioritised, so they are at that top level of business. If you want people to bring in work that is high value, that is complex, that is difficult, that you're looking to be the 1%, you're looking to win this work against your competitors, then you need to prioritise it as a business. It can't just be seen as an afterthought, which I think in a lot of organisations, unfortunately, it is. I know this from 5 years of running a bid consultancy previously, you know, the consultancy I run currently, the difference of businesses I've worked with over the last 10 or 12 years. And, you know, no one is prioritising it, unfortunately, in the vast majority of cases. So that's what a good culture looks like. It's where you are, the bid team is a central pin of everybody else. That's leadership, that's HR, it's marketing, it's, you know, creative people, it's operational, it's technical, but that has to be the central point and everyone has to come into that. And a lot of the time people aren't willing to work together, unfortunately. So that is a massive problem in terms of having a good culture. The other thing I'd say is, like, in terms of your team, you have to have a thick skin as well. If you're reviewing information, you're putting stuff together, you have to be thinking about the customer all the time. So I've come from a sales environment, which I did for over 10 years, a classic route from, you know, leaving school, leaving university, whatever, and, you know, being an account exec, being a sales manager, you know, being like head of sales and business development stuff, and then taking a sidestep into bids. So I've always got both of those roles in my head. You have to understand the customer, you have to know what they want, you have to understand where you're going with it. That's how you develop those bid win themes, that's how you have a strategy. You can't just find an opportunity and just answer a few questions, because that is not what it's about. There's a lot more nuance about it than that, and there's a lot more detail and information needed than that as well. So there's a lot of those things that go together. I think lots of organisations are running poor cultures, people are leaving, people are not happy at all. There always seems to be this idea that, you know, the bid team has to work till midnight or has to work all weekend to pull something together and they have to win the work. But it's very difficult to win the work when the rest of your team isn't cooperating and isn't actually doing anything, or your leadership team swoop in in the last 24 hours but are not seen within the last month or two. That's a problem, and that's where it doesn't work out. So run a healthy team, run a healthy business, you'll win work, I'm sure of it. So maybe think about that.